Hello everyone and welcome back to the Kids Health Revolution Kitchen, where we are cooking up a revolution in our kids' health, one simple, easy, but of course delicious recipe at a time. And today we are pulling out our witches' cauldrons and brewing up some potions for the upcoming Hallows Eve. This is, for a lot of families, a bit of a tricky time when we are working on transitioning our kids into a gut healthy diet, or even if we've been doing it for some time. Sometimes these sorts of occasions like Halloween and things where there's a lot of candy and a lot of sugary treats, like Christmas is another example, can be a bit of a minefield. So it's important that we have treats that we can give our kids that they're going to love and feel really good about, that they can take to their school parties and still be participating in the enjoying of treats without derailing what you're trying to do with their health goals. So all of the treats that I make for Halloween that I have ever since my child was 2 years old are gut healthy, gut friendly, paleo, gluten-free, dairy-free, processed sugar-free, all of that kind of stuff. And today we are making a very nutrient-packed, nutrient-dense treat using cranberries, because cranberries are in season right now, right? And so why not use those beautiful berries that are full of so much goodness to make a sour gummy candy for our kiddos, right? Those are, I think I bought some, is it Maynards or something like that are like the sour candies that the kids like to give out as Halloween treats. My kiddo likes the sour gummies, so cranberries, having that natural little bit of a sourness to them, well, a lot of sourness to them, are perfect for making sour gummy candies. We just need to add in a little natural sweetener, and it's a beautiful little treat. Full of vitamin C, so a very important antioxidant, vitamin C, but also very supportive of our immune health, because at this time of year, as you guys know, we're pulling into winter season, if you're watching from North America at least, and it's time to start boosting up these particular antioxidants and things that are going to help keep the immune system humming along so our kids don't come down with every cold and flu that comes through the school this year. So vitamin C is really important for that. And then cranberries, because of their beautiful dark color, are an excellent source of phytonutrients, so antioxidants, packed full of antioxidants. In fact, cranberries are one of the best sources of quercetin, and quercetin is a natural antihistamine. So if you have a child with any histamine type issues, or if their chronic health condition is related to eczema or asthma, psoriasis, even some of the brain issues can be related to too much histamine in the body. Getting quercetin in the form of natural foods is a great way to help balance out the amount of histamine in the body and therefore bring down that inflammatory response. So I'm not going to make the recipe today, but I'm just going to kind of walk you through and talk about it. So I used fresh cranberries. You can get them at this time of year at the grocery store. I had fresh organic cranberries, so it was 2 cups of fresh organic cranberries. And I put those into a pot, washed them first, of course, put them into a nice sized saucepan with a 1/4 cup of filtered water, and then just start them boiling. So start that boiling. And we're gonna put in honey to taste with this. As always, with all of my recipes, you can put as much sweetener in as you want. So if your child is just transitioning and you need to bump up the sweetness a little bit so that they're gonna accept it, then you do that. And then you can slowly start to cut back as their taste buds start to adjust to the taste of real natural whole foods rather than the processed foods. So in this recipe, I have used 3 tablespoons of honey. That still gives it a little bit of that sour tartness that we're looking for in a sour gummy candy, right? We still want it to be a little bit sour, but if you'd like to add more sweetness, you can. So I put 1 tablespoon in while the cranberries are boiling, because it helps to caramelize them and bring them together. And you're going to hear this beautiful little popping sound of the cranberries as they're boiling, as they're sort of opening up. So I usually put a lid on it for the first little while those cranberries are popping, otherwise it makes a bit of a mess. And then I take the lid off and allow it to reduce down. So this whole process will probably take about 15, maybe 20 minutes at the most, until you get this lovely sort of thick liquid. And the cranberries are all nice and broken up. I'm gonna show the people over here in the free community private page over there. And then you guys can see that. What have I got, a little message here? Okay. Yes, so it boils down into this nice sort of almost like a jam or a jelly. It'll have a natural sort of thickness to it, but because we're gonna make gummy candies, we need to add something to give it that bind. So we're gonna use gelatin. So I use, where did I put my gelatin? I guess I put it away. I use the Great Plains gelatin. It's in the green container. It's grass-fed beef based gelatin. And I put into this recipe with 2.5 cups of cranberries. I put in 2 tablespoons and a half of gelatin to get a pretty good gummy texture to it. So if you want them a little firmer, you can add a little bit extra. Now the other thing I want to mention is when I make the gummy candies, I kind of like to have the actual bits of berries in them. I find it just gives more of an interesting texture to it. But if you think your kiddo's not going to really like that texture idea very much, then feel free to pop them in the blender and just make this a smooth sort of juice that you're then going to put into your molds. So this is what it looks like when I do it. I just keep it nice and chunky like that. We like it that way. And hey, it's one less step and a little bit less work. And then I use these cute little molds, and I get my molds either online on Amazon, or I wait until the holiday is over and I go into Michael's and pick them up at a discounted rate. So these are cute little bones, like it's a skeleton, so you can make gummy candies. You can even make chocolates with these. And the same thing with these. So these are the worms, and these are pretty cute and pretty fun. So they're really easy to use. You just spoon out your ingredients into the mold, and then because they're these nice silicone molds, they just pop out really simply like this. Now I tend to throw mine into, oh, this guy lost his head. I tend to throw mine into the freezer because I find that it sets them up really nicely for getting them out of the molds, except for that one didn't come out so nicely, did it? And then just store them in the fridge afterwards. So into the freezer, and then pop them into the fridge for storing them. And you put them in the freezer just until they're set. So it'll take, I don't know, these ones took about 20 minutes until they were set up in the freezer. And then these guys just pop out. They're a little bit bigger, so they're easier to pop out. And there's the bone. And you can see it's got that nice sort of gummy texture to it, which you're looking for in a gummy bear or a gummy candy. And really nice tart flavor, but still a little bit of sweetness to it. I like the berries in there so that they kind of pop in your mouth. I love this as a Halloween recipe. You can do these up, again, send them to school with your kiddo if they're having a Halloween party. They can share them with their classmates. And what we do, and I've said this before, so if you've been watching me for a long time, you can just turn me right off now because you've heard this story. But what we do at Halloween, if you happen to be new to the Kids Health Revolution group or page, Halloween for us is about my kiddo going out and doing the trick-or-treating, just like everybody else, gets his costume, has his bag, goes out and gets as much candy as he possibly can. And then we come back and he counts his candy, how much he got, and we pay him 5 or 10 cents, I can't remember what it is, for each piece of candy. And then he gets to go and use that money to buy some sort of toy or to put in his savings for something bigger he's saving up for. Of course, now he's older, so the things he wants tend to be a bit more expensive, so he often will save it and buy something he really likes. And then he gets to chow down on some of the treats that I make for him. So they would be some of these gummy candies, I'll make some chocolates and things like that. So he doesn't miss out on any of the Halloween fun, and we are not in any way compromising the health journey that we're on with him. The other thing, if you happen to be in Calgary, if you're watching from Calgary, it used to be Evans Dental, it is now Maxwell Dental, the holistic dentist's office. used to do a Halloween buyback program. I don't know if they're going to keep doing it this year or not, but it's a wonderful program. So they have like a little party after Halloween where your kids can wear their costumes. They take the candy, and I think they pay them $1 a pound or something like that. So my son got like $5 or something crazy for taking his candy and dropping it off there. So that's a really great way. And what do they turn it into? Some sort of biofuel, or they're doing something really crazy and good with the candy. Instead of rotting our teeth and our guts and our brains, they're doing something good with it. So if you're in Calgary, take advantage of that. You don't even have to be a client there. And if you're not in Calgary, maybe you have a holistic dentist or a dentist in your area that is doing it. So check it out. Look up candy buyback programs in your area and see what you can do. So that's really simple, you guys. It really takes like 20 minutes to make, and that's not even hands-on time. And the kids can kind of enjoy making their own if they get to put them into these fun little molds. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you like this recipe, if you like the video, please hit the like button below. That really helps me out. And if you should feel so inclined over on the Kids Health Revolution page to share it, please, I would love it if you would. Also, if you would like a downloadable copy of this recipe or any of the other school snack recipes, make sure you join our free community. It's completely free over at kidshealthrevolution.com. Just join community. All I need is your email address, and then I will send you a copy of the recipe each week. And as well, you'll then have access to our private Facebook group, and we have a lovely community of parents over there. I post the recipe over there either in the files section, or because I'm having trouble with that, just post it as a Facebook post and you can copy paste it. And we have lovely parents who are all on the same journey of trying to improve their kids' health by changing their diet and adopting these gut-healthy, gut-friendly ways. So lots of support over there. Would love to have you join us. And for you guys already in the group, please let me know if you have any questions about this recipe, and I hope you enjoy it. And I'll be back soon or next week with another great recipe for helping your kids to regain their health. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.